Yo, 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 what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am one of your hosts in Sacramento, California, DLB, and always my co host, Mr. Hoodnerd in Oakland, California.
Hey,
Welcome to another episode of Select Star Radio. This is episode 21 for August the 22nd, 2024. We got a lot of Xbox news this week, and that's because Gamescom just happened. Sony and Nintendo didn't have much to say. Really didn't have anything at all. So it's going to be a very Xbox centric with a little piece of third party news drizzled in. Before we get into the news, though, have you been playing anything?
crazy enough, I have been playing stuff, even though I just got my chair back. Um, I've been playing both my chairs. It's crazy. I actually started playing a little Call of Duty. So I played a little Call of Duty. That was kind of fun. I took the homie to his first victory in Warzone, so that was cool. He just started playing Warzone. He had been Warzone shy for forever, and then he started kind of playing Warzone because you know what I'm saying, because people play Warzone, and then he was like, "Oh, this is kind of fun." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." Um, what else have I played? I played the alpha for Spectre Divide. It's a new tactical shooter. That was cool. I played a little bit of that. I think before that ended, I actually kind of like it's kind of like Counter Strike, but with a nice little twist. You get two lives because you have like a Spectre or like a clone, and you can switch between you and the clone. Um, but the gameplay was really fun. What else? I played another shooter. Oh, Splitgate. Splitgate 2. I got into the alpha. I haven't played it yet. I got into the alpha. So I'm excited to play that. Probably after we're done with this. I'm gonna hop into that. There's something else I've been playing though. Um, I need to get back on the album like 2. Need to finish that. I've been procrastinating. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's everything. I don't know. I think that's it. But the Spectre Divide is pretty cool. It's a cool tactical shooter. It's on PC. Um, I got
That
into that.
ain't it.
What else? Oh, stupid ass Madden.
Stupid ass man, huh?
Man,
Ain't that ain't your game of the year?
no, no.
No, no, not getting a game of the year vote from you.
It shouldn't even be considered a game.
Oh, damn.
No, let me. It's a prettier coat of paint on the same pig. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all the same issues that have plagued you from Madden's prior are there, and some of them are worse. So like the defense and the logic and the AI is just so bad. It's not simulation of any kind. You know what I'm saying? It's like they run to spots. It's really stupid. So like you really, if you just learn how to exploit Madden, you learn how to exploit the game. It's not playing football; it's playing Madden. So it's a difference. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a simulation; it's Madden, which is fine if they just played like Madden is a little wacky like that, but they don't. It's like it's the real football experience. We spent countless hours using AI algorithms to like, no, you didn't.
I mean, to be fair, any game can be exploited.
Yeah, it's hard though. I guess maybe if we're gonna play the fair side, it's probably really hard to program these games. It's just that they keep showing out the same shit every year and calling it a new thing.
Well, you got
And,
the one
all
hand
sports are.
catches.
Yeah, that's what people were asking for.
That's funny.
Yeah, yep. That's what the people were asking for. The one-handed. I mean, the new animations are cool. Like the players that run or move like themselves, that's really cool, right? Makes it feel a little bit more real. It's just when the game does stupid shit that it makes you go, you know what I'm saying? And there's countless videos online of people going like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like, why would it doesn't make sense? So like, I understand it if it was like a weaker player that made mistakes. Cause like, yeah, you're a lower level player. You're 60 something, 70 something. You're supposed to make mistakes. That's how it used to be. But the higher end players don't make mistakes. But let the computer tell it they don't make mistakes at any level. And also
Yeah.
like the computer quarterback is so accurate because it doesn't. You can't rattle them. You know what I'm saying? So like they're hard to rattle. So like you'll see in like a franchise, like all the quarterbacks are like 70, like hella highly rated, and it's like that's not like that in the league. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to be that accurate. So like it's weird. But it's a game. You know what I'm saying? So it just sucks. That's all we got.
And for people that didn't know, your NCAA Road to Glory character does carry over to Madden's season. So
that game ain't much better. From what I heard.
Oh, it's better. It's just
it ain't much.
I mean, it's football. It has its issues.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been playing. I've been playing NCAA. Played some Fortnite. They got a new season out, and that's really been about it. Yeah, that's really about it. But you know, I haven't really been playing much of anything. There's not really much to play.
Nah, that's cap. It's just you just on the wrong side.
Well, on the side that I am, there's not much to play.
That's cap.
So
there's stuff to play.
Like what?
Black Myth Wukong just came out.
Yeah, I'm not into that specific game. So
what do you mean?
That, like, I mean,
did you like God of War?
I don't compare.
So you don't like God of War?
Don't compare that game to God. That is
no.
Like,
I'm asking. No, I'm asking. You don't like? No. You don't. You didn't like God of War.
So if you're comparing it to God of War, then there really ain't nothing to play because I've already played God of War. So because I like God of War, I want to play another God of War. That's a horrible argument. Well, you bringing it up. You're like, you like God of War, and I'm like, okay, well,
that doesn't make sense because people
already played God of War.
I want another game. That doesn't make any sense. If a game is like another game, that doesn't mean that you can't play the game because it's like another game. You know what I'm saying?
Who wants to play the same shit? You don't want to play Madden because it's the same shit as last year.
No one's saying it's the same. This argument doesn't make sense. Like
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't from your end. Like,
it doesn't from your end. You brought up a whole another game. It's like, oh well, it's like God of War. Okay, well,
yeah,
I've played that. I don't want to play it again.
The gameplay style is in the vein of God of War. It's an action beat 'em up game. So you're saying you don't like action beat 'em up games?
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't say I didn't like that. I said I don't like this game. It's not my cup of tea.
Why? You never played it?
I'm saying it's not my cup of tea.
For sure.
So
that doesn't
you don't
make
buy
sense,
you don't buy every game that comes out, do you?
But I'm not going to say it's not my cup of tea if I've never played it.
Well, I'm not buying it.
I just gave you an option, and you just was like, I don't want to play that. And I'm like, okay, why?
No, I didn't yell. I just said I didn't want to play it.
That's not about yelling. I didn't say you yelled. I just said you
like,
kind
I
of
don't want to play it. That's not how it came off. I don't want to play it. It's not my cup of tea.
Okay.
So
that was interesting.
Just because a game plays like another game, that doesn't mean that you want to play it. If another game play like Spider-Man, that doesn't make me want to play it. I played Spider-Man because it's Spider-Man.
Never said, "Oh, I want a game."
God of War because it's God of War.
So you've never said I wanted to play a game because you've never wanted another game to play like another game. You've never
I
said,
could use Killzone for instance. Like Killzone's shooting mechanics suck. So I wish their shooting mechanics were better, like a Call of Duty. But Killzone and Call of Duty are drastically different games. The storylines are drastically different. But it's more so the mechanics. I wish GTA's shooting mechanics were better. I don't want it to play or be the exact same game as another game.
No one said it was the same game, though. I just said it plays
like it's in the vein of like I don't want GTA to be in the vein of something else. I just want their shooting mechanics to be together.
GTA is in the vein of other games, though. What are you talking about? It's an open world game. It's not the first open world game. Like
they are the blueprint for open world games.
No, they're not. There are other open world games. WoW is an open world game. I didn't say they were the only one.
I didn't say they were the only one. But everybody knows that everybody copied off of GTA. Now, if you want to say that that's not the case, then that's on you.
So GTA started it all. No one else came before GTA.
I didn't say they were the first. I said they are the blueprint.
But they can't be the blueprint if they weren't the first.
You don't have to be the first to be the blueprint. You could be the first at something and not be that great at it, and somebody came and did it a whole hell of a lot better than you, and then they become the blueprint. Jay-Z wasn't the first rapper, but he has an album called The Blueprint.
Sure. You can have an album called The GOAT, and it doesn't matter. So what? That doesn't make it The Blueprint, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, that doesn't make sense.
If you ask, I'm sure the general consensus with GTA is it's one of the best open world games of all time.
No one's arguing that point. That's not the point here. That's not what I'm saying at all.
So what are you saying then?
This argument is weird as hell, bro. Like, I don't understand where this is going. Like, I don't understand the point of this argument. Like, why are you just being... Like, I don't get it. But okay. Like, I don't understand. But, okay.
Well, either way, you brought it up that I said there's nothing to play. You were like, well, there's this game. And I'm like, not my cup of tea. I seen the trailer. I seen the storyline behind it. Not for me.
Okay, man, like, we won't suggest things to each other. That's weird, guys. Like, I don't know.
Well, you're saying, you're arguing, saying, well, there are stuff to play. Okay, well, for you, that's not something that I want to play. For me, there's really nothing to play right now, which is why I've been playing the games, the same games that I have in my library. So
okay, yeah, all right, bet.
But yeah, so anyways, that's what I've been playing. Like I said, I went back to Fortnite for a little bit. Went to play some Ninja Turtles. And that's really about it. That's really all I've been playing. I've been doing a lot of other stuff actually. I haven't really had time in the game to be 100% honest, but the little time that I have, I've been playing. I've been progressing through my NCAA career mode, or Destiny mode, should I say. But yeah, that's all for me. I know your game Concord is getting ready to come out. I didn't know that game was in development for 8 years. That's a long ass time. But I know that's getting ready to come. Or is it out today? I know it's coming out really soon, actually. I don't know if it's coming out today or tomorrow, but I still haven't seen anybody that's really excited for that one, so I'm really curious to see how it's going to do. I mean, they continue to talk about it, but the release date on that one is... Dang, they don't even have the release date. Oh, the 23rd. Oh, so that's tomorrow. Yeah, so it comes out tomorrow. So, again, I don't know anybody that's pre-ordered it or who plans on playing it, but yeah. So, Concord, for those that want to play it, $39.99, comes out tomorrow. Friday the 23rd. Friday, August the 23rd. Anyways, next up in news, Until Dawn on PS5 is coming out. It has a $60 price tag, which has been debated across social media a lot. Actually, me and some of my coworkers were talking about it. One of my guys, James, shout out to James. He actually listens to the show. Appreciate you. He bought Until Dawn on the PS4, I believe is when it originally came out. And his argument was pretty much, I don't want to pay the same price for a game that I've already purchased, which that seems to be what I continue to hear across the board. First off, I didn't know that many people bought this game. Whether it's been people I've talked to on social media or people that I've talked to personally, at least people in my circle, a lot of people bought this game, and that tends to be their general consensus is they don't want to spend the same price as they paid. They don't want to spend the exact same price that they paid when they bought the original, so they just go back and just play the original. So the visuals to me,
popular title.
The visuals to me, it looks good. I like what they did to it, but I definitely understand the general consensus of people not wanting to go back and play retail for a game that was remastered, and that's a conversation that you and I were having the other day. There's really it's like the Wild West. There's no rhyme or reason to how they're going to charge for a remake, a remaster, any of this. Like, there's a set price for games at $50 or $69.99, $70. But when it comes to these remakes and things like that, remakes, remasters, so on and so forth, it's like people charge whatever they feel it's worth, whatever they feel the market to pay. And so I'm curious to see, like you were telling me that the game was rebuilt from the ground up, which I didn't know that until I heard it from you, and then I went and I did the research to look and see, and that is what they're saying, that it was rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5. And so knowing that, definitely, it's like, okay, I get that, I see that, I could see how they're kind of justifying the $60 price point. But my thing is, will consumers be like, will they feel the same way? Will they be like, okay, well, and then what is, like, when they say they rebuilt it from the ground up, like, like, y'all really remade this thing so it's pretty much a brand new game, if that's the case.
So then wouldn't it be worth the full price?
So then my thing is, would you call it a remake? Because although they rebuilt it from the ground up, it's still, I know they've made some little subtle changes, but for the most part, if I were to say a percentage, like 80 to 85% of the game is still the original game. So it's tough. It's tough. Like, when I look at it from both sides, like, you guys did the hard work remaking this game, but you're also telling the same story. So I'm not really, as a gamer, as a consumer, I'm not getting anything new from this other than visuals. And so if that's important to you, and that's really what it boils down to the gamer, is it important? Like, for me, is the visuals important enough for me to pay $60? And for me, I say no. I'll just throw it in my wish list, and when it comes down to a reasonable enough price, then I'll buy it. So, but this is not just this game. It's just this space. Like, you know me, I've always had an issue with all these remakes and remasters. So this space is tricky, because it's like, you hear them say, well, you know, we remake these games, which I feel it's a crock of shit, but I also feel where they're coming from. It's mainly for the money, but, you know, they say they do. I forgot what that word is that they use to preserve the game. They keep doing the remakes and stuff like that to preserve the game, and I feel you on that if you're really bringing back old games. But when you're doing it for games that aren't that old, or that just came out a couple years ago, that's when I'm like, really? The game's backwards compatible, so it is preserved already. But yeah, I just think this is a argument that's going to go on for, excuse me. I think this is the argument that's going to go back and forth for a long time, with people who like remakes, don't like remakes, the pricing of them, so on and so forth. But I know it's on PC. I don't know if the original one ever went to PC or not. So if it didn't, then this is going to be new for PC fans. So for them, if the game is new to you, then it's a no-brainer, whether it's a remake or not. Like, it's a new game for you, so it doesn't matter. But for people who have played it before, I definitely understand the argument. But next up is The Sims. Did you?
Let's pause real quick. You're not leaving me any air to talk. So, like, do you want me to talk? Because, like, you're just talking to the screen. Like, you're not giving me any air to get in here. So, like, are you
Normally
just recording?
you start talking.
No, bro, you just like ranting right now. I'm trying. I can't get. There's no edge for me to get. I don't want to cut you off. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're not asking no questions. You kind of just talking at me, or talking through me, kind of. Like
Normally, anytime we do this, it's like a regular conversation.
nah, because we just tried the regular conversation. And you kind of got agitated with me about just saying like there's games to play, and that was hella weird. And I didn't understand why you got all agitated.
I am not tripping at all. Like, none of this stuff is that serious to me. We normally, anytime we talk about this stuff, you cut me off a number of times, and I just let it go, and we just keep it moving.
Okay.
But no, if you got something to say it.
No, like, I didn't want to. No, it just. Okay. It didn't. It felt like you were kind of just running. You just running. Like, if I didn't say nothing, you weren't gonna say nothing. Like, you weren't gonna like, hey, what do you think?
Because I'm waiting for you to jump in. But if you're not, I don't want there to be dead air.
For me, there was nowhere for me to jump in.
So
that's what I'm saying.
So start from here. Do you plan on buying this game? I know you played it already, but I know you're on PC now, so you need games for your PC library.
Yeah, at some point probably I'll buy it. I don't know if I'll buy it day one, but I do want it. Maybe it'll be something I play during the holidays. But yeah.
And this game has co-op, doesn't it?
Yeah, it already did. I don't know if it does.
Right. So then, that's a good question. Because I noticed in the info trailer, I didn't see anything that said co-op, but I don't know if they're expecting people to already know that have already played it. So, yeah, I'll have to actually check the PlayStation page for it, the PlayStation Store page for it, to see if it still has co-op. Because that was one of the main things that made me play it the first time. Because if you guys know anything about me, I'm a co-op whore, and I love cooperative games. So I was gonna say something, but I'm not. I was gonna say I played it with with his little brother, but
no relation.
But yeah, how do you feel about the $60 price tag? Well, I guess you're not feeling it because you say you're gonna wait and buy it later.
No, I don't think the price is why I'm not buying it. It's just timing. But no, I don't know if I have an issue with it. Like, I mean, I understand. I just think people don't know what they want. Like, so like, what would be the because like no one says what the rational price is. Everybody says that's not what they want, right? And it's like, okay, then what would you have priced it at? And you know what I'm saying? It's like, is it $30? Is it $40? And then now we're saying like, what's the price of work? Like, yeah, bro, like it's not just like they're not patching the game that you already own. It's a whole new situation on a whole new engine. So, and I think it has more stuff. So again, it's almost like a completely new game, and it might not be for the people that played it for the past. It might be for the people who have never played it and have always wanted to play it. Now you get to play it in a new version, a newer, right? So the people that played it before are always like, oh, well, what about me? It's like, it's not about you. It's about the people that wanted to play it but didn't want to play it in a crappy state that it was in, and now you love it in that crappy state. But they've always wanted to play it in a cleaner state. Now you can't, right? So if you want to get in later when it's cheaper. You don't have to get in. You already played it. You just want to play it because you know there's new stuff and you don't want to pay $60 to play that new stuff. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You want to see what happens. But what is the price of a remaster or any of those games? It's hard to quantify the work that a dev puts into, you know what I'm saying? We think we know what goes into making these titles, but we really don't. So it's hard to say. And then a lot of times the developers don't have say in what the cost of a game is. You know what I'm saying? So Sony will come in and say, nah, it's not $30. It's $60. You know what I'm saying? So
speaking
based
for
on
me,
market, so
I feel that the industry, and this is actually a good conversation to have. Actually, one day we should actually make this a topic of the podcast. I feel like the industry has become scammy. I really feel like the industry
Yeah,
has became.
microtransactions.
Yeah, I feel like the industry has became so corporate, and it's like I feel like at one point, as what's the word? As corny as this may sound, I really feel like at one point the industry truly cared about their customers and like true gamers and people who made these games and who sold these games and published these games were all gamers. And it's like now I feel like it's just so corporate. It's the like you know how much I love Phil Spencer, but listening to a lot of the things that he's saying, and it may not be him, because he has bosses, he has supervisors, he has people that he has to answer to, but a lot of the stuff that even Phil Spencer's been saying, I'm just like,
Well, what do you think? He's corporate. He's an executive. Like
that's what
just
I'm
because he got on
saying.
stage, like just because a motherfucker get on stage and sit down with a video game shirt, don't mean they your partner.
Oh no,
They still,
not at all. But
that,
at
you know
one
what I'm
point,
saying?
he did seem like when he
Yeah,
originally took over Microsoft, or
he
not
lulled
Microsoft, but
us to sleep. He still he had to follow
maybe that's
trends.
what it was. Maybe that's what it
And the
was.
trends changed. You know, the gaming industry changed. So now they playing a different game, right? So they not playing the same game that they were playing when he took over for forgot Don Matrick, I think it was.
Yep.
When he took over for Don Matrick after the Xbox One fiasco, which kind of killed Xbox brand, or did kill Xbox brand. I mean, they survived Red Ring of Death. Yeah, I mean, he had to come in and seem like the guy. You know, he had to come in and seem friendly and to like restabilize the brand. He couldn't seem like a suit, even if he was a suit. And yeah, maybe he does play video games, but he has to still be an executive at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, executives are executives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no,
like,
but yeah, with the price tag, the thing about it is, see, for me, what I always sit back and tell people is, like, because I am a older gamer, and like there was a point in time when I was younger where games were a priority because my real life didn't really kick in yet. But now that real life has kicked in and I have more important responsibilities than gaming, I could throw these games in my wish list and wait for a price drop to hit. Because that's exactly what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to add it to my wish list and wait for it to hit a price point to where I'm like, okay, that's doable, and then buy it. But the generation that we're a part of is not that generation. They're like the generation I want it now. I want it when the launch date, day and day. I want to pre-order it, and it automatically is on my console day one at 9:00 or midnight, depending on wherever you live at. So, and I remember being that gamer, but now I'm not now. So it's like it's $60. I don't want to pay that much for it, personally. So I'll just wait for it to come down in price. But next up, The Sims. Did you see that trailer?
for The Sims?
Yeah.
No.
There's so The Sims.
The I'm sorry, the Inzoi or Inzoi's character creator. Yeah.
So did you see the trailer for it?
I did. I saw the Inzoi or whatever that is. Yeah.
So I swear that thing, because I had just talked to you about the game that I would make if I were to make a game, and I swear that trailer was like what I described.
Just to hold my beer. It came out the next morning. No, I woke up to it. I sent it to you because I woke up to it because you were like, oh, I want to make a game where I could be a baby, and then when I'm a baby, I'm gonna walk around as a baby. And I was like, okay, man, what the fuck? Damn. Okay, that's why you don't want to play that game. So, and then we went to sleep. And then I went to we got out logged off and shit. We went to sleep like we in the same room, and we went to sleep. No, so we logged off, and then I woke up. I think it was Gamescom started, and that show, and I was like, "This is what he just said. This is basically almost exactly what he wanted, pretty much, pretty much." And then hyper realistic characters, and it's Korean. It's crafting, so it's Korean. So it's the Black Pearl and fucking Crimson Desert, which is gonna probably be hella good. I mean, really. I'm liking how that's shaping. I was looking like The Witcher.
They're the PUBG developers, so it's just like
the PUBG guy, they faces is crazy. It's so crazy that this game looks like this, but PUBG still look like PUBG.
Well, see, PUBG ain't been doing what the rest of these battle royales have been doing, which is updating their visuals over time. PUBG just still.
Yes, it's crazy.
Some people like their artistic design.
If PUBG, you don't have to go crazy. I mean, you can still stay in your own lane with if PUBG hit it with a coat of paint, I guarantee it would because PUBG's still doing this thing. Crafting's coming out of nowhere. The Korean giant now.
But yeah, if you guys have not seen it, I should have had it downloaded and ready to go, but just go on YouTube and type in, how do you say that? Inzio?
Yeah, I think it's like Inzoi or something like that.
But I'm not sure. INZOI character creator demo. And this shit looks amazing. Because at first I was like, wait, is this the new Sims? And then I was like, yo, they freaking took this thing to the next level.
They basically took the Sims and was like, hold my beer, guys.
But the Creator Studio is currently available on Steam. It will only be there for a few days. It's going to be there until August the 25th at 9 p.m. August the 25th. What day is that? That's that's Sunday. Because today's tomorrow's the 25th. Yeah, so until Sunday. So it'll be there until Sunday, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys want to go in there and mess around with it, if you're on Steam, got PC, sorry console players, you guys go in there and mess around with it and check it out. But it's really cool. They already have a Reddit page up for it, but I was impressed. Now I can't wait to see what comes of all of this, but they got my attention, and they will soon have my money. I'm almost certain. So, because I used to be a huge fan of The Sims, huge. Man, that used to be, that was one of probably still to this day is probably my most played PC game of all time. I played it when it came on a console. Sims has always been whack on console to me. Some people play it, but I am not a Sims fan on console. But man, and nobody's really came to compete with The Sims, shockingly. So I'm curious to see what they do with this. So keep up the good works over there, fellas. I'm down for something new. So now it's time to get into the Microsoft portion of the podcast. So the Xbox Series X and S models are now up for pre-order. For if you guys don't know, back during the E3, or what are they calling it now? The game show? What are they calling it now?
The
Jeff Keighley. Say it again.
The Keighley's.
Yeah, I know it's Jeff Keighley's little situation, but back earlier this summer, Microsoft announced
a Game Fest.
There you go. Thank you. Summer's Games Fest. Microsoft announced a new Xbox Series X and a new Series S. Those consoles are now available for pre-order. The Xbox Series X is a Galaxy Black console. It comes with 2 terabytes of storage, and it costs $599.99.
Ain't nobody buying that shit.
So that Pro PlayStation 5 is about to be more than that. And then the Series X. Oh, then excuse me. Then they have a Series X all digital robot white. That's 1 terabyte. That was going to go for $449.99. And then they have the Series S that's also robot white. It comes with a terabyte of storage. And that one's going to start at $349.99. Those are all available for pre-order right now. The stores that they have listed is Best Buy, GameStop, Target, Walmart, and the Microsoft Store. And you can also pre-order it from the Xbox Store on your current Xbox. So, and like you said, nobody's going to buy that. Yeah, I mean,
They're not.
Unfortunately, nobody's buying the current one. So
yeah. So why would you spend more on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what were they thinking?
That's why I'm like, why does no one want to drop the price of their console, bro?
Yeah, what are you thinking,
the
dog?
Price.
Yeah,
don't add more to it. Drop the price.
You're like 4 years in. You gotta drop it now, bro. Like, what are you waiting for? Especially you, Xbox. Like you, let's put a new higher SKU out there. Let's see what they like about that, and also tell them that all their exclusives are going to other platforms. Oops.
Xbox confirms that Xbox Game Pass standard tier will get first party titles 12 months after they release. So if you get the standard pass, which is the lowest tier of Game Pass, you don't get Xbox exclusives day one. You will get them 12 months after the fact. So if you want that, I mean, it's only $12. So, but also if for those that don't know, in the core one, you get 25 games. You don't get the total amount of games that is available in the Game Pass Ultimate. So, Game Pass Core, if you will, is $10 a month, and you get access to 25 games and Xbox exclusives a year after they've hit the market. So
I mean, they don't got many, so they could be a bargain for somebody.
So now we're going to tap in with on Phil Spencer. So Xbox needs revenue from PlayStation. Phil Spencer admits. It says Xbox boss Phil Spencer has once again explained Microsoft's decision to release select Xbox games on PlayStation, stating in no uncertain terms that the gaming division needs revenue from more platforms to remain viable. When I read that, it sounds to me like, all hands on deck. We got to do what we got to do, or they're going to shut us down. But I don't think Microsoft will ever shut down their gaming division. Now, I think because right now it's Microsoft and then there's Xbox. Like Microsoft and Xbox technically aren't one and the same. Microsoft owns Xbox, we all know that, but it's like its own entity. I think what Phil Spencer and them are trying to prevent is I really feel like the heads of Microsoft is like, look, if y'all don't figure this out, or if this division doesn't start to make money, we're going to consume you guys. Pretty much what Sony did with Bungie. And I think that's what Phil Spencer and the Xbox team are trying to prevent. Because I feel like they have their own autometry right now. They have the say so to do what they want to do, so long as they're printing money. But the minute that they're like, okay, look, you guys are losing us way more money than you guys are making us, we're getting ready to consume y'all, and we're going to start making decisions. I really feel like that's what Xbox is trying to prevent. Now I could be absolutely wrong, but that's what I really feel.
Why couldn't they get shut down?
Because the gaming market is too viable to these tech companies right now. Look at Amazon, look at Apple, look at Netflix.
But they might buy out though. Microsoft might buy out. They might sell off. They might be like, we don't want to deal with it anymore. It might consume too much money.
I don't
or it
see
might
them doing
waste
it. And see, and that's why I don't see them doing that, because they've been even before Xbox was a thing. Microsoft, I forgot what the hell it was called on PC, but they still had a game presence on PC still, even before Xbox was even a thing.
Oh yeah.
So the gaming market
Games
is
on Windows.
There you go. I couldn't remember. That's what it was. So the gaming market is still one of the most profitable markets of any entertainment industry, movies, music, so on and so forth. And I don't think they want to lose that, especially with all the entities and IPs that they own now. Yeah, I don't see them wanting to let go of that, which is why Microsoft allowed them to make that big ass purchase of Activision Blizzard, because Xbox division definitely didn't pay for that. That came out of the Microsoft coins. So yeah, I feel like if Microsoft didn't want to have anything to do with gaming, I don't think they would have allowed that purchase to go through. I think they would have just left that alone and was like, yeah, no, we good. So I definitely think Microsoft wants to have their hand in gaming, just like Apple does. I just feel like Microsoft probably want to go that Apple approach, where it's more autonomous. Like we don't want hardware, which is why I feel like they're pushing. I don't know if you've seen, but they've been pushing that Fire Stick super hard. Like get a Fire Stick and an Xbox controller and play. Like Microsoft wants to go to that streaming future probably more than anybody. I think they're
control. You can control it. You can control everything. You have to pay me to use my servers. You know what I'm saying? So I got the best servers in the world. If you want to play on it, you gotta pay me to use my shit. So
yeah, I think I don't think they care about this whole hardware market and being exclusive and all that jazz. But again, to be fair to Microsoft, they've been doing this for the longest. I think the only time we ever seen exclusive, like console exclusives from Microsoft, was during the original Xbox, and then the Xbox 360 is when all that stuff stopped. It was like it would come exclusively to the consoles for a period of time, and then it went to PC. And it's like now we're seeing, Sony do the same thing. So it's like Microsoft has been putting their games everywhere for a long time. It's just we've never seen anybody put it on their console. In the console market, we've never seen anything like this. Is unprecedented. No. So I mean, I swear if I ever see Mario on anything outside of a console that starts with an N, I would be shocked.
I don't think Nintendo has to.
No, they're no.
Have to.
No, they don't have to. But this money is talking to these people these days.
It would have to be like new leadership that comes in and wants to shake it up, right? Like somebody new that like.
Because to be honest, I'm still shocked that Mario's on an iPhone. Like that still baffles me that Mario is. Like, I have my Mario Run app. Like, that still kind of throws me off a little bit. I'm like, I never thought I'd see Mario outside of Nintendo anything. Because that's their guy. Like, that's their main. Like, they've held him so close to the chest. But,
well, all their characters, they don't share any of their characters.
Yeah. Absolutely.
None of their IPs are shared anywhere. You can come in, you can't go out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So Sonic can come in and kick it, but like Mario can't go play with Sonic. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like you'll never see Mario in Sonic Adventures or Sonic Frontier, but you'll see Sonic in a Mario, or they'll go fuck with the rabbits.
That's why I say they hold him.
But you'll never fuck with the, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, we'll fuck with you. Hey, come fuck with us. Well, I ain't gonna never come fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, you come over here. It's cool. No, I'll come to you. Don't come to my shit. My shit's prestige. We were very pristine over here,
Like, I don't even think that app is on Android. I think that game is exclusive to iPhones. I don't even think that game's on Android.
Yeah, they still figuring out the phones over there. No, I mean shit. They phones be fire. But then it'd be like, I can't play this game on this phone because it's like, damn, bro, y'all still having these problems. But it's tight because it doesn't matter as long as you like your phone. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if your phone's fire and it does what it does and you don't care about everybody else's issues, like, man, my shit work. And that's kind of how it is over there. It's like, it's very individual. You know what I'm saying?
So positive news for Microsoft, and again, it shows why they are releasing their games on the PlayStation 5. Xbox published Sea of Thieves, and it's reportedly surpassed 1 million in sales on the PlayStation 5. So, it says this figure comes from Windows Central sources. With reports, nothing is given. The game sells for $40. That makes for around $40 million in additional revenue, minus the platform fees, of course, which is 20%.
In a year?
Not less than a year.
Yes, what I'm saying. Like February, right?
Mm-hmm.
January. So like, yeah, like, yeah. It's the biggest platform, dog.
It says
outside of Steam.
On its release on PlayStation earlier this year, Sea of Thieves topped PS5 sales charts in Europe. I remember that one because we had talked about it because it did well in Europe, but it didn't make the top charts in the States. So, but I mean, hey, shout out to the studio. I'm happy for the studio, man. That has to feel good for the developers, man. You put hours and hours and hours into these games. Like, I really don't think people understand the hard work that these guys put in. So shout out to
live
the
service
studio.
games are hard, man. Like, and this is a live service like all the others. Like, like Fallout 76 is supposed to be doing well now, right? So people are playing that. So like all these live services, sometimes they take time. They don't always come out hella polished because of the nature of like how they work. You know what I'm saying? So some of them just aren't fortunate enough to survive. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a niche that keeps people around. And luckily a game like this one had it long enough to survive until it got to PlayStation. It wasn't a dead game on arrival. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like, oh, it's doing okay. And then the PlayStation was like, oh, we'll bring in more because people have been wanting to play it on the PlayStation side. Same thing will probably happen with like Forza Horizon if they bring over Horizon or something like that. Horizon will probably be like, man, it's the biggest selling racing game on PlayStation.
I know, I'll buy it.
Yeah,
I like Forza.
A lot of people would. Or for instance, Flight Simulator.
Especially since I got a wheel.
Flight Simulator would be a big one on. I don't see why Flight Simulator isn't on PlayStation. Like that should be one of the ones they should be like a flight. Like that
sure
would. It would be a
at
big
this
one.
Point,
because that's one. It's like, what are you keeping that one back for?
I can't wait to come to the PlayStation.
Gears.
Oh, buddy.
Gears.
Buddy. That is going to be crazy.
You just buy it on PC.
Hey.
You just buy it on PC, dog.
So speaking of which, we're gonna pivot real quick. I seen AMD just announced some new. Outside of AMD, I seen some new motherboards that just came out, and then I seen AMD has some chips and some GPUs on the way. So I'm like, okay. So my eyes is on the prize. My eyes is back in that space again.
You just saw ARM is looking to get into the GPU market.
Yeah.
Which will be interesting in some years now. It won't be no time soon, but
Intel too.
Like Intel. Well, Intel's already in. So let's see what ARM does. You know what I'm saying? So that's good though. Competition is getting wider. You're getting more options for your gaming buck. You know what I'm saying?
Which is good because they're only being two. It's crazy.
Yeah, and obviously they got AIBs, but like it's tight. Like now you got more options because like everybody might be a 4K gamer. Some people are 1440p and 1080, so you got cars that fit that need. So yeah, it's tight.
Another pivot. I'm just looking at this poll. It says, how many hours do you spend gaming a week? 1, 5 to 8, 10 plus, 1 to 3, 3 to 5, 8 to 10.
Probably now. Probably like between 5 to 8, 10 to plus, like anywhere between 5 to 10. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends. A week, yeah, it depends. Because some weeks will be way lower than other weeks, and some weeks I'm gaming because I'm driving. So like I forgot to say I was playing Gran Turismo, and I was like 4,000 in the world in one of the time trials. I felt really good about that. Yeah. So if I'm not on the rig playing or playing something, yeah. So yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I feel like I'm about 5 to 8. In a
10 plus
week.
is like if I'm gaming.
10 plus for me is like holiday season.
A new game, no, it's probably more. New game is out. 10 plus, yeah, like
because
I'm
not at work, so
yeah, gaming, real gaming. A week a week?
It's gonna be 10 hours plus for me once that good old GT of the A comes out.
It'll be more than that probably.
Yeah,
that's only like 2 hours a day.
But so it says so
work week.
In the poll, I'll go over a few of them. 32% of people, so 212,496 people voted on this poll. At number 1, at 32%, is 8 to 10 hours. In second, at 27%, is 10 plus hours. At third, with a 19%, is 5 to 8 hours. So 32% of over 200,000 people play 8 to 10 hours a week. Yeah, that's
it's games we play.
Yeah, because
Genshin Impact, Valorant, people playing games.
That sounds about right. I'm still probably more in that 5 to 8 though. Because majority of my gaming comes on the weekend.
And also, I watch movies and TV, so it's like you have to factor that in as well. That cuts into that time. I don't do it on top of each other.
You're in a relationship now, so it's like that. All that stuff kicks in because it's like, man, I'd rather be gaming, but she want me to watch this show or watch this movie with her. So it's like that stuff plays a part. I remember them days. Seeing everybody signing online on my phone, like, shit, I'm going to go play. Where are we at?
I don't know nobody sign online no more like that. That's not how it works.
It is different now, man. I'm like, I know for me, I'm going to be playing video games until I have arthritis in my hands, so...
Yeah, it's just not everybody got different time and people, the games that they love, they play them differently and scheduling and, it's different. It's just different. It's just you just don't mob up no more unless you already have like a gaming crew that you game with, but people don't be like, hey, we playing this right now. It's not like that. Nah. You can't expect it to be.
I think because you remember back in the day, it used to be Call of Duty to kind of bring everybody back on. And it's not really leaving that anymore. You know what it's about to be that's going to bring everybody back.
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, you know what it's about to be that's going to bring everybody back.
There's people that don't play any other game but Grand Theft Auto that will be playing Grand Theft Auto.
I'm about to be like, man, I ain't seen you in
your cousins,
5-7 years.
Your cousins that don't play, like they only play, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. It's one of those games where it's like, it's the great unifier.
So,
it used to be Call of Duty and Halo.
And Halo, yeah. So our last piece of news for this week, which comes by way of Microsoft, something that, it shocked me, but it didn't shock me because, again, we know all these games are coming. I just didn't think so soon. Xbox boss Phil Spencer addresses Indiana Jones PS5 launch news by saying Xbox is a business, whatever, duh. But to be fair, Xbox is a business. Loyalty. They gotta make money.
Loyalty. Don't switch sides for something wrong. I know. Loyalty. Damn. Sorry, guys. It's fucked up. It's so good that none of these corps are loyal.
It did upset
It
quite a
should
few.
have.
Excuse me, sorry. It did upset quite a few gamers. So it's still it's a timed exclusive. So it will be coming out this year. There's still not a date on when it's going to come to PS5. It's just 2025 is when it's going to come to PS5.
February, probably.
First and foremost, speaking of which, I don't know when all these games that are coming out in 2025 are launching. Because I swear every game that you hear about, the end date is 2025. And I'm just like...
And all
so
of them
2025 should be crazy. I'm sure some of these are going to get delayed.
Yeah, of course. Some of these
But
projects huge.
But the 2025 is going to be definitely the biggest year in this generation. But I'm just curious to see. I am real curious to see who's going to have the balls. I'm sorry. How is Conquered ranked 2.7? You only can rate a game on PlayStation if you damn.
The beta.
So 7,000 people rated this at 2.7? Cuz I'm like, well, with PlayStation you only can rate a game if you bought it.
I wonder if that's the beta. I wonder if that's the beta scores as well.
That has to be because there ain't been nothing else. The game don't come out till tomorrow. That's crazy. But nonetheless, though, getting back to these games coming out in 2025, I'm really curious to see who's launching around the Magna Carta Holy Grail. Because somebody has to do it. All these games that are coming out next year, somebody got to do it.
Mario.
Probably one of the only games that could get away with that.
Exactly. Who's gonna say something to Mario? Nobody. If Zelda said, "I got a game," people are gonna be like, "Well,
yeah, that would probably be another one."
Don't matter. It's a couple. Let me try to think of another one.
Yeah, like, Mario and Link. To be fair, unless GTA, and I know GTA is not coming out on the Switch, but if GTA
would take,
but even if it was, the Switch is a different audience.
Like Uncharted. It would take Uncharted or like God of War. It would take something of that matter. It would take like The Last of Us 3.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? It would take that.
The Last of Us 3 is in a weird space. I don't know. I'm really curious to see how The Last of Us 3 does. Because it seems like, I don't know. I can't wait to see. I can't wait for The Last of Us 3 to come out.
It's like the second one did great. It'll be fine. Remember the script got leaked. So it kind of set it all off. It went on a weird pace after the leak.
It just seems like people are on this weird agenda thing right now when it comes to gaming. Like
everything.
Games Radar, which is now going by Games Radar Plus. One of the reviews they wrote on...
I saw Screen Rant for Black Wukong.
Yeah, Screen Rant 2, Games Radar Plus, and Screen Rant. I'm like, why does... Especially, the game has a monkey. Like, well, hold on. Let me explain to people, because there's people that don't know what we saw. So, there's a number of publications that are speaking on diversity and inclusion.
But I don't want forced diversity in games, though. So I don't want a Chinese developer to put something in the game that they have no business putting in, because then it's going to come off weak. And that's where I'm at. Then you're going to be mad that the black characters look like that, or like they don't. And like in this story, they didn't need to put those characters, bro. Like, what are we like? What I.
They had a black person looking like a monkey, man.
Well, the thing that I heard was the issue was like what they told journalists when they were reviewing the game, like, you know, the shit that they told them they couldn't say or talk about So that was the shit that I heard was tripping. But like that, the story Journey to the West, they've told Journey to the West 1,000 times. It's like, yeah, bro, like that's not a. I don't know if that's the deal breaker though. But I mean, that's the game. You know what I'm saying? The Last of Us got heat on the other side, right? Because it's like it was too woke, right? So it's like either it's not woke enough or it's too woke. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can fight on either. You can't win. No one just enjoys stories anymore. Everything has to be a pocket that you. It's like, I guess, bro. All right, like, is it good? Because I definitely enjoyed The Last of Us 2 and didn't care about none of that other bullshit that people were talking about. It was a good game. I might play it again because the remaster came out. I forgot about that, actually. Yeah, I don't know. Black Myth. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know.
I mean,
I just think we're very hyperbolic.
The world we live in right now is so sensitive, and
well, no, we just sway to each side. We just like extreme,
and everything needs a title. And like I'm at work. This is we going a little off the script, but I'm taking for most corporate jobs you have to take a sexual harassment training annually. And in this year's sexual harassment training, it's like they're teaching you the different types of sexual harassment. And I'm just like, we didn't got to the point to where there's levels and different types of sexual harassment. Like, I would never be like, yo, Tay, yo, man, I was at work and I got quid pro quo sexually harassed today. No, bro, I just got sexually harassed.
I don't think you would say that, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just like, why can't it just be I just got sexually harassed? That's what I'm saying. It just seems like every little thing needs its own title, its own, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know, man. I know for me it's mentally exhausting. I just wish my life was just simpler and fun and nobody worried about, and you didn't have to worry about being woke or using that terminology. It was just like,
that's not the world we live in.
Nah.
It's never been like that though. Ever. You know what I'm saying? It's always going to be something that we shouldn't say or we can't say or that they get turned against us. That's how it goes.
I just feel like the world is more sensitive now.
No, the world's just more open. And I think people are conflating the two. We're conflating sensitivity with being able to see everything, so people's eyes are like open to everything now. So like you can't unsee it once you see it. It's like I can't go back to like not knowing. Now I know. You can't just close the door. It's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it was a time where we didn't know about police beating up on people. Now people see it all the time. It's like, you can't just close the door and be like, I don't want to see it no more. It's like, you got to see it all now. Sucks. But that's the game once they put the internet out there.
I'll say maybe that went for other races, but I know as black people, we always know about it. That's why you always, or at least I know I had that talk with my mom on how to conduct yourself when you get around police. So,
right. And that's to the point. Like, you knew, but everybody didn't know. But now they know. It's hard to put the cat back on the bottle.
You gotta see Rodney King.
Yeah, but you gotta think how many Rodney Kings were before that never got seen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like millions.
Hell, that's trying to go and vote. Shit, you getting your ass beat for trying to vote.
Trying to go eat. Trying to go to the dentist. Trying to go to the grocery store. Trying to walk down the street. So it's like
coming and burning up our neighborhoods. We just chilling, building our own neighborhood. Oh.
Sure. So, I mean, with that, it's always going to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the game. Like, the world changes. You get old and you get left behind. So either you just figure it out, the new world, or you know.
On a positive note, let's talk about my guy. Did you ever listen to his 100 gigs whatever they called that.
No, I never did.
Oh, okay.
I heard some of the stuff that the internet put out there, but I never listened to any of it.
Yeah, one day we just we just gonna risk it all, and we just gonna have a copyright show, and I'm like, well, it's just not. I'm not gonna put it on the podcast, but we gonna do it on TikTok or something. Because I'm sick of all these people playing this copyrighted music, all these people listening to the songs, and did you hear what he said? Like, dude, and they ain't getting no copyright strikes. So I'm like, look, fuck it, me and Tay, we just gonna do this, and I'm gonna argue back. I'm gonna be like, okay, well, how is this channel and this channel and this channel able to do this and I get no copyright strikes? Like, what are they doing different? Because I know they ain't a part of no record label or none of that. So, but it irritates me so much because I want to do, anyways, this, that I want to do a show or something like that. But yeah, no, the songs are the song he has with 21 Savage. That one is clean, and the one he had with Lotto is clean too. But that I'm really shocked he didn't release. I watched a few clips that are in the 100 gig file, and I'm kind of shocked that he didn't make like a documentary with all this. But it was a different, unique way, the way he put all this stuff out. But
who is this he we're speaking about for the people that are listening?
Oh, Drake. Sorry. Drizzy Drake. It was unique how he put out this whole 100 gigs showing different moments in the studio and how he came up with different records and stuff like that. And I'm like, why didn't he make this? I'm sure one of these streaming services would have bought this up, but yeah. But you know me, like I love the behind the scenes of the music industry and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool. I would love for more artists to do something like this, but I know that's not going to be a thing.
No.
Second, I didn't know Adidas got rid of Beyonce. I mean, I noticed I haven't seen any Ivy Park stuff in hella long, but I did not know they got rid of Beyonce.
Because that shit don't sell.
She was so. Anyways, yeah, which is weird to me. I'm like, really, B stuff wasn't selling. Like,
our fans don't buy our stuff like that.
I guess now, yeah.
Think about it. I mean, they don't really support. They didn't support Darion. They didn't support. We'll see if they support her Hennessy.
I forgot all about Darion, House of Darion.
Yeah, so her fans, while they support her music and they love the queen and they go to her shows, they don't support her outfits like that. Or like maybe they do, but like they're not. Maybe they're not big enough to make a real dent. Or maybe that shit weak. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't wear women's clothing, but yeah, that's crazy. Now that you said, I totally forgot about the House of Dirt because she had two. She had a affordable clothing line, and then she had the higher end, which I believe was the House of Darion. That was a higher end.
She seems to be doing well.
Yeah, the Rihanna is.
I'm just saying, it seems like they go out and purchase that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
then, what does that say about Kim Kardashian that everybody be wanting to hate on? Because people out there buying them, like Skims was a part of the Olympics. Like
it's a part. It's NBA sponsored.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's NBA. It's NBA and NFL sponsored.
So it's like one day y'all gonna have to stop hating on Kim, y'all. I'm just saying it's mainly women. One day y'all gonna have to stop hating on Kim, y'all.
I mean, she getting her bread, so yes.
So I'm like Kim Kardashian, Miss Not Talented. Everybody says. I mean.
Well, at this point, you don't have to be talented.
I think becoming a billionaire, I just think that's talent. Personally,
I think a lot of these billionaires ain't billionaires, but that's just me.
I think Kim is. I could definitely see Kim being one with her makeup and her clothing and all that. And
I think a lot of this shit is cap, but whatever.
What about Ree?
Probably.
I mean, I will say at least this is with Forbes. is saying. So
Wars be capped too. Just like the 30 for 30, you pay for that. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, is the 30 for 30 really 30 for, you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, that's another day.
Yeah,
But,
another show.
Yeah, some of these billionaires, that shit's status. So it's
they make it seem like it ain't hard to be a billionaire anymore,
right?
Or maybe a billion ain't what it once was, because I know a million for sure ain't what it once was. You used to
I'm
be
pretty
able
sure.
to live off a million.
I mean,
now.
I mean, I guess depending on how you living and where you living, $1 million ain't gonna do you no good. Not very long. No.
Not at all. You better go to North Dakota.
Shit might not even work there.
Right.
Might not even
Well,
work there,
we
dog.
appreciate you guys for tuning in. Oops, my bad. I keep knocking my mic. My fault, y'all. As always, we appreciate you guys for tuning into the show. For my guy Hoodnerd in Oakland, California, IA, myself in Sacramento, California, I'm DLB. Make sure you guys check out the Discord. The link is in the bio of all podcast sites. If you're on YouTube, it's in the bio of YouTube. But make sure you guys go to Discord and check out our Discord. Can you search for it on? Can you search for Discord channels on Discord? Forgive my ignorance.
I think you can. I don't know how to.
Okay, so then don't search it. Just tap the link and.
But I think you can though. But I don't know if we're recommendable yet. I don't know if we boosted to the level where we get like recommended to like randoms yet. You know what I'm saying? Like people just be like, "Hey, I found you guys and I like it." So no. But yeah, just use the links for now.
So use the links, people. Join the Discord. Let's have some conversations. Let's game together. No matter what platform you own, there's a lot of cross gaming going on in the world now. So let's make it happen. But again, appreciate you guys. Have an awesome, amazing weekend. Until the next show, we are out of here.